so science today. Your suggested activity on the weekly slide looks like a lot going on, but when you look at it and when I'm about to explain it, it's really not that much. Okay. The option one on this side in the pink is if you have butter to do the full experiment with. Okay, so there's a couple extra steps like how long to wait and things like that. The option over here on number 2 is the same experiment, but maybe you don't have butter. Okay, like me, I don't have butter in my fridge. I don't ever really use it that often. So if you don't have butter, don't worry, you can use right here. There's a link that says photos of butter, and you can go into this document and look at somebody's experiment that they've already done so that you can answer the same questions. So you're answering the same questions, and it looks like a whole lot, but it's really not. Okay. And then there's something in here that you can click and kind of get some more information on the different types of energy. We've only done a little bit in class this year, so some of that you might need to be reviewed on. Okay, so my suggested way to turn in is to go to number 4 on your turn-in slides, which is telling you to go to Google Class to get your own document. So I'm going to go to that document that will be on your Google Class. Okay, that document is it is on the blue side, but I'm going to put 1 or 2. Okay, I'm doing that right now because I just noticed that I keep forgetting some things this week. But this blue, even though it's blue, I might even change the color. This blue, it can be for either option, okay? And because you're answering the same questions. So the first part, it's asking you to do a prediction, okay? So this one will need to be done before, okay? And remember, as a scientist, just like as a reader, when we predict, we make a good guess, okay? We call it a good educated guess because we do want to try to be right, but it's okay if we're wrong, okay? That's how we learn, okay? So you're going to type in, or I gave you some lines this time because you might print this out and handwrite it. So I wanted to give you lines. If you're not using the lines, you can, I'm highlighting it, and I can backspace and delete it. Then I can write in my sentence. Okay. So there's a couple different ways that I can do that. I can type it here, or I can use my lines to print out. Okay. And it is asking you to back up your reasoning and use that word because. Then the next step down here is to draw some pictures, or it says insert because you could do a insert and do an image and actually take a picture if you're doing the experiment. Okay. So lots of different ways to turn it in, but I want a picture of what's happening to the butter before and then after, okay? So nothing really new. Like I said, if you needed some help, then there's some videos on there. And then you've got to think and write down here that you need to either write on handwriting for printing it out or to type in, okay? And again, you can, if you wanted to, I can highlight this if I'm typing, and I can backspace that off so that I have space to type, okay? So, like I said, most of us have done this experiment, but it's just a fun way to kind of review some things about thermal energy and heat and what happens. All right, see you later.